other questions. So, all right. So welcome to tonight's call. It's the 3rd of December, and I have the drill down of everybody from November's Success Club points. So I'm going to do that. I didn't get the official graphic back yet, so I just went through and made something little. And I realized that I don't know how to say a ton of your last names, so I'll probably butcher that, and feel free to correct me. Can you see that? Can you see my desktop? Can you see the words yay, nay? You see like people's names? No? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so for Success Club, we have in Success Club 5, Melissa Ludwig with 6, Sarah Smith with 5, Nancy Trumpler with 6, yay! I think this might be, maybe she hit it once before, but I think that might be her first time hitting Success Club. Irene, 6, Tanner, 6, Molly, 8, Jacqueline, 6, and Molly, 8. Do I really have her twice? I don't know how I did that, but yeah. And then Success Club 10, Ashley Lindsay with 20, Alicia Rogers with 10, Vicky with 10, Danielle, our highest with 21, go girl, that's her highest ever. Debbie with 14, Angela with 10, Danielle with 11, and Kate with 16. And I'm pretty sure Kate's like a really new coach too. So good for her. So yay for all of you guys. That is super awesome. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today, I have got a couple things, and I'm talking about the Hammer and Chisel launch. And so, even though it is launched about getting people on board, I'm talking about our December and January calendar. And when we talk about the calendar, feel free to go to our team group in the cover photo, look at that, save it to your phone, your computer, whatever. That's going to be really helpful. And then I'm starting a Diamond Push group, so we'll talk about that and how to host successful challenge groups. So first, the Hammer and Chisel launch. I am sitting at 20 Success Club points on the freaking 3rd of December. This has never happened to me ever, but it's because I've been talking to people like crazy about the Hammer and Chisel. Every day I make a post about it. And I also think that that live event was amazing, and it's still going, and we're still posting every day. So feel free to keep adding people, keep talking about it, and then tagging them in things, inviting them, and feel free to keep posting in there, like as you're doing your exercises, post in there, things like that. So in there tonight, I'm going to post the picture I posted to my page, like the workout selfie. Debbie says it won't let me add more people. I don't know, maybe there's a limit. How many did you add? 500 max. Oh, well, you go, girl. You can always create your own if you want to create another one. Or you can just kind of like take things out of there and send it to people. But one of the most successful things is I keep talking to people. I keep posting about it, like stupid stuff. Like I bought a tank top that says I lift heavy shit, and I was like, you can say I'm taking this Hammer and Chisel seriously. Like every day I have some type of Hammer and Chisel post, even if it's 1 to 2 times a day, I'm talking about it because I really, truly am excited about it. And so I want people to know that it's something that's big and it's going to be really awesome. So I'm going to continue to talk about it. I'm going to continue to post about it. So it's not like, oh, the launch is over. The hype is not over. So our group starts December 7th. And once they have, after 24 hours, they can access it on Beachbody On Demand. So I'm letting anybody join up until December 6th. Also on Beachbody On Demand, once you log in and then you click on the Hammer and Chisel, on the right-hand side is all the nutrition information. It's the calendar for it, everything. So if somebody already has 21 Day Fix and they have the containers, they can already start right away, which is really cool. So they don't have to even wait for their stuff to get there, because that's very helpful with shipping being delayed and things. The only thing they're really truly waiting on is either their Shakeology or their Performance Line stuff. So that helps a ton with keeping people happy because how crazy the shipping is right now. My Shakeology, I think, was supposed to ship out the 24th, and I still don't have it. And I used my last packet today, and I'm like dying. So I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping they switched warehouses. So just You know, bear with us, like just stay positive, know that things happen, but switching an entire warehouse is a huge, huge process. So, and then plus the launch of Hammer and Chisel, I'm not sure what's going to go on, but the best thing you can do is just, you know, stay positive, and at least they have access to Beachbody On Demand, which a couple months ago, that wasn't even an option. So it's really cool to see how they're progressing and helping things move smoother. Okay. There's a video that I posted, and I also uploaded it to YouTube so you can see that. I can't tell you, I'm going to go like how amazing it is. And I'm going to go back and do that for 21 Day Fix as well. Because it's so amazing. I basically say, this is what Hammer and Chisel is. These are your two options to get it. You either get it with Shakeology or you get it with the Performance line. And I talk about why Shakeology is awesome, and I talk about why the Performance line is awesome. And then people are like, oh, I want the Performance line option, or oh, I want the Shakeology option. So that right there says you either do this or this. And I break it down for you, where I say, I mean, that's your Starbucks. It's $5 a day for a meal, the containers, the workouts, you know, the shake or the Performance line, the shaker cup. You'll get a free t-shirt when you enter. There's a 3-day bikini guide. Or maybe I didn't say that because I don't know if there is that, but, so I break that down, and I'm like, if you stop going to Starbucks and stop wasting your money on stupid stuff, that right there is what is everything. So and so I haven't had I've had one money objection that said, oh, I get paid the 11th. I'll have to hit you up then. And then one is buying tomorrow. But everybody else, they are like, okay, I'm ready. I'm pumped. I see the value. I know it's $5. I'm ready to get there. I've seen the before and afters. Let's do it. So I'm going to make a video as well, basically breaking down the 21 Day Fix so that I can just send that to people, upload it to YouTube, and I don't have to do it every time because, is baby typing? So yeah, it'll be so helpful that it saves you some time in doing it, and people like see your personality. So it would be awesome for you to do that too. And you can easily send that to people, and that saves you a ton of typing. Just basically being like, oh yeah, okay, that sounds awesome. So I'm so excited for you to join us here. Let me just send you this. And it tells you the price breakdown, whether it be for the 21 Day Fix Challenge Pack or for the Hammer and Chisel. I think that is kind of a game changer. And I'm going to go ahead and do that for other programs as well, because I don't know if it's just people being excited about the launch or what, but I really think truly that video has a lot to do with it, because I was like, you do this or you do this. Just tell me which route you want to go. And people have been really receptive like for it. Yeah, and 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme are still showing up as $140. I just had somebody buy today. So I would send out messages tonight and just be like, just so you know, I knew you were interested, and it was supposed to go off. It was supposed to not be on sale anymore in December, but for some reason it still is. So I just wanted you to go ahead and get on that tonight, because I'm pretty sure it's going to go back to $160 tomorrow. Just stuff like that, kind of creating urgency. And for like the Hammer and Chisel, like even if you didn't buy the program, which you really should have, but to save money's tight, you're waiting or whatever, get on Beachbody On Demand and at least stream the 2 sample workouts and talk about it. Like honestly, people go from your vibe. If you're really excited about something, they're going to be like, whoa, okay, I want to try this. I will tell you that I tried it. I've done 3 workouts now, and it is tough. Like if somebody's like, hasn't worked out in months, I'm not going to tell them to go to Hammer and Chisel. It is a tough program. And there's not a ton of modifications. There's modifications like if you don't have a bench, but you're still jumping and you're still doing things. Obviously, if you're slightly familiar with exercise, you know how to modify yourself. But there's not really a modifier like there is 21 Day Fix. So if somebody's like, oh, I've got a bad knees and a bad back, with 21 Day Fix, I can be like, yeah, I mean, my mom's got bad knees, bad back. She's 55 and she does it every day just fine. But with Hammer and Chisel, I would not say that to somebody. I would have them start with 21 Day Fix first. So that's something after doing 3 workouts I can see. I wasn't really sure if there was modifiers or not, but there's not. So just keep that in mind, and don't send people that are like just starting to work out after months off to Hammer and Chisel. Does anybody have any questions about Hammer and Chisel? I think everything's okay in that chat. So yeah, so just make sure that you make it a point to talk about it every day. And I really think that that's basically the reason that I've had the success. And I've also been interacting with people in that event and tagging people in it and things like that. Basically just talking, and I don't know, I just recently have been finding it's been easier to talk to people. So somebody yesterday was like, I don't stay motivated. Like I don't stick to things, and I know I need something, and I tried 21 Day Fix in the past. I just didn't stick with it. And when I hear that, instead of being like, oh girl, it's okay, yada, 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 I zone in on whatever their issue is. So if somebody says that, I say, well, I actually have a really awesome challenge group. We give away weekly prizes where the person that's posting the most, and people are constantly posting food and sharing recipes and things like that. So it's like, if you want to win a $5 Starbucks gift card, I don't know about you, but I am super motivated by free stuff. So that keeps me going, and that makes me want to do it. And like, I just kept talking about how awesome the program was. And I was like, you know what, I'll be your, virtual Jillian Michaels. If you need me, touch and base with you every day until, you're, sticking to the routine, I'm happy to do that. So you like find out what they're struggling with and just zone in on that and talk about why you will help them and why they should do it and how it's going to help them. Because instead, you just that's why you need to talk to them about their goals. You need to talk to them about their struggles. And, if it's motivation or accountability, talk up, your coaching and our groups. If it's, not knowing what to do or not knowing what to eat or not having the time, talk about different testimonials of people on our team. And if they can make it happen, anybody can make it happen. Somebody was just talking to me today about how she's got a really busy job. She leaves at 8 in the morning, doesn't even get home until like 10 p.m. And I was telling her about Molly's story. And I was just like, you know what? I have a girl that, works 65 hours a week as a restaurant manager, and she doesn't have a lot of time, and she finds time to coach, and she finds time to do her workouts. And you have 10 minutes, the night before to pack your meals. So just think about other people, whether they're other coaches or some of your clients, and use those testimonials, because people think like, oh, I can't visit. I can't do it. I'm too busy. This girl can do it because she has more time. People just have a chip on their shoulder sometimes. And they think, I just had a panic attack. I thought didn't start recording. And they think that they're busier than somebody else. And it's so frustrating to me, where you just kind of have to say like, look, you're no different than anybody else. And if you want to make it happen, you just got to stop making excuses and realize that you're not making it a priority. When you make it a priority, things are going to happen. I made a post today about Audrey. Feel free to use that and share that, or, make another one, make something your own. But Audrey's a coach that's in freaking Kuwait, and she gets her workouts in. Like, you don't understand how much less luxuries, how much less like of a, we have it so much better than what she's doing, like freaking in the desert. And she finds a way to make it happen. And that just really struck a nerve with me. Like, if somebody that's over there doing that, serving our country, is making it happen, then what the heck is your excuse? And so when you find a challenger or you find a coach that's just blowing you away, make a post about that, and, kind of make a tough love post. Like I basically said, like, don't tell me that you don't have the time, reword it and tell yourself, I'm not making a priority, and see how that sits with you. Because sometimes, especially right now, when people are like, I don't have the money, it's Christmas time, yada, yada, yada. That's when you just have to be like, look, do you want an extra 17 presents for already 30 presents you have for your kids? Or do you want to get healthy and stop bitching about the same stuff that you complain about every year? And every year you say January 1st, it's going to make a change. You have enough time to finish around a 21 Day Fix, to, do this, do that. And also another great idea is to touch base with anybody that has 21 Day Fix or 21 Day Fix Extreme and invite them to join us on December 7th, because that group is for anyone. It's 21 Day Fix, it's 21 Day Fix Extreme, it's Hammer and Chisel. And, basically just inviting them to join us and say, hey, I know it's a hard time with the holidays, but, join us the 7th. We can get in another round, before the end of the year. I really just want you to do this with me and stick with me. How the heck can you say that nicely? Sometimes I want to rip my hair out when people excuses, but honestly, I just say it how it is. I'm just saying, I hear you, girl, but I've got a ton of coaches that have that plus kids, plus work, plus that. We all are busy. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. And whether you're sitting around watching TV, whether you're scrolling, money excuse, I mean, that's when you're just like, do you want me to give you some ideas on how to cut out extra expenses? You know, make your Christmas list and stick to it. Don't buy for every coworker and every neighbor. And, you know, maybe ask your family if they want to do a Christmas drawing. That's what our family does now. We're not buying for all 20,000, you know, people that might be there. We pick one name and you spend $40 on that person. You get a good gift for that person. You know, so to ask them ideas and just kind of think like, do you need to be buying Christmas presents for everything? Could you be doing things like homemade cookies and, you know, or a scratch off ticket or something, just a cute little card. So just talking about people about maybe some cheap gift ideas. And I just kind of got a light bulb. Maybe it would be cool for us as a team to put together a document for some cheap Christmas ideas. I think that would be really cool. And that would be something that you guys could kind of say, hey, post your email below if you want me to shoot you Christmas present ideas or something like that. So something like that, I feel like that would be huge. People would love to get that. You get their email to add them to your list, and we could do that as a group. So just comment in the chat if you think that that would be a good idea. I had one client who quit, then has now started back on the shake and told me there was no way she could do the workouts right now, that she may start when Christmas break starts. I was like, these workouts are 30 minutes, but she refused to even get up or stay up 30 extra minutes. I mean, you can add her to the free group, ask her about squats, but that's, you can't do it for somebody. If they're not willing to do it and they already have it, like, I don't know. She can't do it until she wants it. I would ask her about her why and try to get into like an emotional response with her. Danielle says, I got too many excuses in November. Everyone didn't blink an eye, and I talked up only $10 for the program, basically. Are you saying that you only got too many excuses and everybody was on board?
Yeah. For how I talked it up, I would just say the program's basically only $10 because the shakes are normally $130, and then out of the 10 challenge packs they sold, I only had 2 people that didn't buy because they didn't have money.
Right. So I think a lot of it comes down to how you go into talking to people and how you go in there with confidence and being like, dude, you are getting a meal plan, a shaker cup, a portion control containers, 8 workouts, plus a 10-minute ab, plus a 3-day bikini guide, plus a free t-shirt when you submit your results, plus to win $500 when you submit your results for $10. The shaker cup alone is $10 when you submit. So when you talk like that, people are like, oh my God, you're so right. You know, just don't be afraid to break it down and be like, when people are like, oh, I just don't know, and just be like, okay, you know, I mean, if you're already going to a gym membership, you could easily cancel that. You could stop going to Starbucks or Panera or stopping at the gas station for drinks. You know, whatever it is you do, just cut that out. If you want to make a change, like that's where you find your money. And you know, I usually don't have I don't have a huge. I still have people that tell me no, they don't have the money, but when I tell you, when I break it down and I say that, I'm like, what do you usually spend your money on? So maybe just ask them, like, what do you usually say, like, you spend your money on, like, where do you blow your money, or, you know, stuff like that. And if it says fast food or eating out or drinks or whatever, just say, what if I asked you to not eat out? Maybe give yourself twice this month. And if you ate out twice this month, that's it. And the rest of the time, and the rest of the money you put towards 21 Day Fix, would you be willing to do that? So ask them questions like that. Like, ask them what they blow their money on, and then ask them to give it up, and then say, would you be willing to do that if I could show you how to lose 5 to 15 pounds, or, you know, whatever, reach your goal of being a size 8, you know, things, whatever it is. Would you be willing to do that? And chances are they're going to say yes. They need that emotional connection with their goals. So that's why you talk about their goals first. But, you know, you just kind of have to dig into and ask them questions like, what do you blow your money on? Or where could you save money? And telling them how to do you make a grocery list when you go and stick to the list? Do you meal plan and only buy for the meals that you need to cook for the week? It says like, you know, do you want me to help you, you know, find a way to find more money around the house, like selling some stuff? I made $200 last year. I sold a ton of clothes. I sold some some of Mac's old golf clubs. Like I just sold a bunch of stuff and I made $200 right there. So most often you can go through your house and get rid of stuff, whether it be on Craigslist or, you know, the local yard sale site. There's money to be found if people are willing to make it happen. Also, it's Christmas, so ask people to ask for it for Christmas, or, you know, maybe your mom, your husband could go even halvesies with you. That's how Melissa Ludwig got started. It was her birthday and she wanted T25, and my mom and her mother-in-law went in for the challenge pack combined. So if somebody really wants it and wants to make it happen, ask for it for a Christmas present. Like, that's a no-brainer. Yeah, $160 for the challenge pack, and it's $90 for the program. So if you're like, okay, it's $130 for shakes anyways, that's $4 a meal, and you're gonna get the program for $30. It's normally $90. It's a 60-day program, an awesome meal plan, containers, a shaker cup. It's gonna kick your butt. You know, that's, you know, if you think about it, 2 months at a gym, what is that? What, like $40 a month? That's $80 right there. Like, so just being able to break it down, like, do you spend money on a gym? Cancel it, because you can do this. Okay, let's talk about our December, January calendar. Where am I? Okay. All right, so you can have this. I need to make this into a calendar format because I can't really look at all of that right now. But I put it on my calendar. So we have a live What is Coaching event this Sunday, the 6th at 8 p.m. So we are changing that, and it's going to be an event, but we're going to do it on a Zoom. And I'm going to share my screen on the Zoom and just play the YouTube videos from my Zoom. So they will just get on the Zoom call and be able to watch everything there. And then I want to be able to use the chat and be doing like an interactive chat that way, instead of like commenting and tagging everybody on it. It's basically like jump on the Zoom, that's where we'll be. So that, yes, I would post about that Friday and Saturday, or Friday and Sunday, whatever. And basically just be like, join us, and we will give away a Fixate cookbook. I just had to order 4, so we will give away a Fixate cookbook. I also did a giveaway to the first 10 people that joined my challenge group. I did a Fixate raffle. I mean, you don't have to, and you can do whatever. You can do smaller things, but I had to order one anyways to help with an active status. So I did that, and they were all really excited about it. Actually, I need to post about that. I haven't yet. Okay, and so the 7th is the 21-day fix hammer and chisel group, and that was the Be Thankful for Your Temple, and it has now changed to Peace Out Excuses. So it's the same group. I just changed the name and changed the cover photo. As of right now, I think that's best. I don't have to create a new group every time. If it gets to be huge, then maybe I'll start another one. But as of right now, that's my plan for every month, to change it that way. I am thinking of doing a hammer and chisel Zoom for, I mean, anyone, for Peace Out Excuses Zoom, I guess, just December 7th. So that's a Monday. And I'm thinking of doing a Zoom call for everybody that's joining our challenge group, and just being like, hey, join us, answer questions, Q&A, we'll give some sample recipes, things like that. So would anybody be interested in getting on a Zoom call with our challengers Monday night? You can unmute yourselves, because I need to figure out a time. Should we do 8, 8:30, 9? I'm trying to think about people with kiddos. Sometimes 8 o'clock is bedtime. Yeah, do you want to say 8:30? I feel like 9 is almost too late for some people. Let's say 8:30 p.m. So 8:30 p.m. Monday Zoom, and we will just use our regular team Zoom link. So I will make a post about that. And I have a different Zoom link for the What is Coaching. I have one specifically for the What is Coaching. Agency. Okay, Then we've got the 5-day Eat This, Not That group starting on December 14th. So that's Monday through Friday. So on my schedule.
Question on that.
Yeah.
Since we're doing that, we're not doing the 7-day clean eating starting the first Monday, correct?
No.
Okay.
Not this month. We got a lot going on. So so last time there was not a ton of interaction. I think they liked the recipes, but there wasn't a ton of interaction. So I am going to I'm going to have the girl that does my challenge group post where she keeps track of everybody that comments. I'm going to have her do that every day, the people that comment the most. So the person that comments the most that's not a coach by Friday will get like some type of gift card or something. So we'll do a gift. Let's do like a $10 Target gift card maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But like I have on my schedule, so that starts the 14th. So December 9th, I'm going to do a post about Eat This group. So that Wednesday and then Saturday, or Wednesday and Saturday or Sunday, whichever, I'm going to make a post about our Eat This, Not That group. Starts Monday, comment so you can get added ahead of time kind of thing. So I have gone through and wrote out my entire schedule so I can, and then I've also wrote like deadlines to orders and the days I need to post, which has helped me tremendously. So we have another Hammer and Chisel group that's starting the 21st. And I don't know if you remember this, Danielle, but I think it was Jessie White that said she wanted to do it because I put it on the schedule, but I wasn't planning on running another one.
I don't remember, but I know our group will be done so we can, I mean, I don't think she's here, but we were going to start another one anyway, so we can run that one.
Okay. All right. Because I don't think I'll be able to do another group, but I haven't even created a new template or anything. I'll probably just use the same 21-day fix one for right now and insert some other things into the template I already have.
Okay. We created a kind of a new mixed template for our group this month that we could use for that too.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Upload that into the Run Pink group if you don't mind.
Okay.
Kind of do like a hybrid. Okay, so we are also so we'll have another Hammer and Chisel group the 21st. So the 13th of December is my deadline for them to order to get into that group. I mean, technically they could up until the 20th if they could get it. But for people that have never got 21-day fix or anything, need the containers and things like that, I have in my notes that they really need to order by the 13th or the 14th to get into that group. Okay, so then I have January 4th, we're doing a 3-day refresh and a 3-day refresh group, which I think is perfect after the holidays, after the New Year's. You know, people will need to detox. People will need to refresh. So I have on the 20th, the 23rd, and the 26th, I'm going to post about my 3-day refresh group. And they really kind of need to order by the 26th to make sure that they get it. Who knows what our shipping is like right now either, so I'd better safe than sorry. And then let's see. Then we have a 3-day sneak peek on December 28th, 29th, and 30th. So I'm going to post about that on Sunday and send my private message. So, I mean, I just hope that you guys actually sit there and write a calendar down in your planner so you can have it out there because it helps you so much, especially with your posting schedule and knowing what to do. So I have this wall schedule and I have every day, you know, where it is, and then I've got my posting, and it helps tremendously. So yeah, so just getting organized is huge. And this is the first time I've done this for the month. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Yeah, Danielle said it helped her last month too. So I think that's all. And then January 4th is the 3-day refresh group. And then Melissa wanted to do January 18th, a Sean T group. So whether it's T25 size, Hip Hop Abs, Insanity Max 30, whatever. So that is January 18th. So we've got some awesome stuff coming up, and I have a question mark. I might do another What is Live coaching on the 20th. I might do, maybe we could do another 3-day sneak peek on the 14th. It just depends. Like if we've got some people that are interested, you wanted to do it, I'm game for doing another one because it's not a ton of extra information. If we do like 4 this month, I just might need some help with furnishing prizes because I don't know that I'll be able to do for everything. But
I can help with prizes.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm doing a lot to try to keep everybody active and making sure we've got 2 weeks down. How much? Let's see. What's today? The 3rd. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more weeks until we are officially an elite team. So I'm super excited about that. And then everybody that said they wanted a refresh or the recovery and all of that, shipping has just been super delayed. So I can guarantee that you'll have it before like our group starts January 4th and that. But I have no idea when anything's coming, and it's getting shipped to Fayetteville. So then I have to make a trip out there. So I don't have any ETA on that, but I will get it to you all eventually. Let's see what else I wanted to talk about. Oh, our Diamond Push group starts December 7th. I will make a post about that. It's a 5-day group, and I make post Diamond Push. I will make a group for that, but basically somebody posted a schedule in our 2-star and above group, and she was like, here's my Diamond Push group I use. So I'm just going to use her information, see how that works. So if you have anybody, they don't even have to be Emerald, but if you have anybody that's actively working the business, I would not put a brand new coach in. Anybody, if they are actively asking you questions, if they're really trying, they're getting on team calls, they're touching base with you, they're getting on the phone with you once a week, then you can invite them. Primarily probably people that are Emerald or that are really working the business. So that is December 7th. And that will just be posting every day, trying to help them push to a diamond. And then if you guys want, I'll give you that template. And if you guys want, you can always take that template and make it your own. And you can, host your own whenever you want to from then on out. I did the Push to Emerald group the whole week or the whole month of November. And I could do it again. I don't really think that that's something that I can take on right now. But if you guys want, you can always go through that Push to Emerald group and kind of take the things that I posted, put it into a Word document and kind of take those and make your own Push to Emerald groups from that. I just right now, not until January can I really focus on that. But anybody, get them into the Coach Basics, definitely, and that will help give them the information they need as a new coach. So, and then finally, hosting successful challenge groups. So this past challenge group has definitely been the most active, and people have been engaged and participating the most. So let me show you. Peace out excuses. It was be thankful for my temple. So I'm having people, this is somebody that just signed up yesterday and tried her Chisel. And in my challenge groups, I'm always like, go to teambeachbody.com, talking to them about the logging into Beachbody on demand. And then just kind of encouraging people to check in. I'm always posting my food. I shared the video of Melanie Mitro to, equipment and things like that. But I have started to, and I think I can't remember if I talked about this on this call or what, but I have a woman, and she's not doing it this week, so of course I can't find it when I need it. But she is keeping track of everybody that's posting. And then she is, oh my Lord, where is it? She is posting each day. Here it is. she's posting each day who has the top. And at the end of the week, Monday, I announce the winner from that week, and they get like a $5 Starbucks gift card. This week, Megan was the top, and I gave her $10 off her next order because I knew she was asking for some stuff for Christmas. So, you know, I love doing that. This chick does this for like $5 an hour. She's retired and just is doing contract work, and she's she's in the US. I actually just added her to my Facebook, and I added her to this group, and she just does it. And then I gave her my Buffer login, and she schedules this straight to Buffer. So I sent her a little, and I already made the video if you need to send it to somebody, but I mean, you could obviously just hire her if you needed for anything, but I always use her for my group. So if you add people to my group, you're welcome to, have your people benefit from this too. But so I taught her how to use Buffer or how to use Canva, and she creates this every day, and she loves it. She has fun with it. So I'm going to actually ask her to start, doing it for a 5-day Eat This, Not That. I was thinking it might be a cool idea to do it in the 3-day sneak peek. What do you guys think about that? So there's 3 posts a day. The only thing is if everybody posts on 3, then we'd have like a ton of ties.
I think you'd probably end up with a ton of ties because everybody would just comment like one time on each video.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So probably not for a 3-day refresh, but I will do it for our 5-day Eat This, Not That. And she's going to be doing it with our December 7th group as well. So that has definitely, I've seen so many people posting a ton more because they like free stuff. They like being recognized. So yeah, that has definitely helped me sticking to the schedule, having a posting schedule, and I just go in and I schedule it using Buffer, and it's so nice because then I have the information that's giving them value, and then every day I'll check in with like my sweaty selfie, and then once a day I'll share something food wise. So I'm doing value, and then I'm still being myself. So there's a lot of interaction. And there's a lot of value in there, but I have never had a challenge group that has been this active. And it's pretty cool because I have come a long way because for the longest time, I didn't even do challenge groups. Like I had a free group and that was about it. I loved my free groups. I would do challenge groups and I would use like the crappy like corporate stuff that they provide for, you could just tell that it wasn't me and that you can find in your coach online office, and nobody would respond. And I used to forget about clients. I used to be terrible. I literally only did it to get Success Club points and I didn't care. I'd be like, oh, I forgot about that person. I wonder what they're up to. So taking pride in your challenge groups, I think, is the best thing that you can do. When you want to make your challenge groups like freaking awesome, like you want people to be like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. I love this. That they would rather be like hanging out, talking to people in your challenge group and playing Candy Crush. And that is when people get excited about it. That is when people make lifestyle changes. And that is when people want to become coaches. So another thing that I'm really going to start focusing on, I have everybody in here. I put in here, oh, I did too. She said, I totally forgot about our call this morning. I said, I did too. Why is it not scrolling? Okay, in the files, I put the You Are a Badass audio. So I am really going to kind of try to check in with people and see how they're doing that, because I think that is just grooming people for coaching. Another thing you can do is go to darrendaily.com. It's Darren Hardy. And you can subscribe to his videos, and he sends out like short couple-minute videos every day, and you can share those into the group and just be like, what do you guys think about this? Some of them don't really apply if they're too business related, but that's cool too, because then you're getting people, you're grooming them, getting them used to a little bit of personal development every day, and you're helping them change their mindset too. Another thing that is really cool is the Shakeology 101 that Kelly had made. I didn't mean to download it. I sent that to everybody that buys a challenge pack. I send them this Love Your Shakeology 101. It tells them how to make it. And then I send them the before and after, this before and afters here. You can, that basically tells them how to create a great before and after and how to send them in. And then I send them the meal plan. So I've gotten the habit of sending people a email right before our group starts. So everybody that signed on, because I had a ton of people sign on yesterday, I sent them all an email. And I really never used to do this either, but I just think that it really creates excitement and it gets people ready. So I've copied it into here. Let me find it. Oh, and I love doing things like this. Let's get to know each other and post a picture of your pets or your kids, or if you don't have either, you drinking wine or something, like just silly. Okay, so this is the email that I sent, and I attached the Shakeology 101 and the before and afters. So it said, hey everyone, I'm so pumped about our first ever Hammer and Chisel group. And then, so I said some housekeeping items. Take your before and afters. Then I attached a link to how to do their measurements that I made. And I said, send your before photos, weights, measurements to me by December 7th at 11:59 p.m. I'm actually keeping them accountable, and I want them to send me an email and send it to me. And I've had 3 people already send it to me. If you're not comfortable doing so, at least email all of it to yourself in case something should happen to your phone. You need to have a backup. So, even if somebody, and I know I have one guy that is in our group and his wife is doing it too. And I said that because I don't know, like she may not want him sending me a picture, and I'm fine with that, but I just want them to make sure at least they're sending it somewhere. So that they'll keep it just in case, because you never know what could happen. Check out the Shakeology 101 for recipes, and then there's also a Fixate cookbook. And then I talk about our private group, and I gave the link to be added, and I added everybody, but I gave them the link to because I also sent it out to like 3 people that said yes and filled out my form but didn't buy it yet, and I saw they requested, and then I was able to send them a message, and I was like, sorry, you can't actually be in it until you buy the program, but how are things going, yada yada. I know you were excited about it. So those are those people that filled out that woo-foo form that I put on that a couple posts, the one that had like the before and after test group starts, and I had a form, like I said, apply here. So if they filled that out, I sent this entire email to them. So then I had 2 of them request, they hadn't bought it yet. So that was a kind of in for me to be able to message them. So yeah, and then I said, I taught them how to use Beachbody on demand. And that was just really cool because I don't usually do that. And now I have it all that I can copy and paste and kind of just send that to everybody the week before our new group comes in. So I might even create another form and just be like, our challenge group, our next challenge group information or something like that, so that I can easily get all of their email. Because in the WooFoo, let me show you this. It's such a funny word to say. In the WooFoo form, it's really cool because you can export everything into an Excel document. Oh, I have it down here. I don't have to log in. So it gives everybody's name, email, and the questions to their answers and stuff. So this is really cool because I was able to go through and I'm like, oh, I see that, like, nutrition's your biggest struggle or yada, yada. So this was really cool because it saved a lot of time actually of me having to do that, what's your goals, what's your struggles. I asked them a little bit more, but for the most part, I had that information. So I was able to just kind of go here and copy all of these people and put that into an email, which was nice. So I think that's kind of all I had. And we've got 12 minutes before the next Illuminate Your Business call. So I wanted to go ahead and open it up for anybody that has questions or anybody or anything that you struggle with.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
The Hammer and Chisel group, since that one's 60 days, are you going to have a 21-day fixed group in January that Jesse and I can throw our people in so that we don't have to run 2 challenge groups in January? Yeah. Okay.
I actually think that I am going to keep that group ongoing. So let's see, if it starts the 7th, it would be, whoa, when would the end date be? Can't do 60 days.
The 27th.
Of January?
Wait, which one are you talking about? If
Okay,
you're,
if the one started the 7th,
it'll end December 27th.
Yeah. No. Oh,
Well,
I'm
yeah,
talking 60 days. I'm gonna, December 27th.
that would be the 3 week for like all your 21 day fixed people.
Yeah. So the 27th would be the end for 21 day fix. And then I would just be like, hey, who wants to, I guess I could technically give them a week off. And then I would start another one January 4th, but my hammer and chisel people would keep going.
Okay.
4th or 11th, maybe the 11th, because everybody's going to want to get on board the beginning. So I think
just don't want to overwhelm Jessie with her baby brain and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I will definitely do a group in January.
Okay.
I'm thinking probably the 11th, because the 4th is too soon because people are going to want to get on board.
Well, and if they're doing the 3 day refresh first.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. I haven't decided. I'll go through and do that sometime this month and figure out when.
Okay.
Probably the 11th.
Okay. I just don't want to overwhelm Jessie and be like, oh, hey, by the way, we're doing a 60-day hammer and chisel, and we still have to do our 21-day fix in January.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to keep my group going.
All right. And that even maybe we could just do that because we have one now.
Yeah,
okay.
I will just do that. And then anybody that with 21-day fix, I'll just be like, okay, your 21-day fix is year end. Let's see your before and after. How are you doing? The hammer and chiselers. Let's keep going strong, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody else have any questions or anything you're struggling with or anything at all? Oh my gosh, Debbie, I can't even take your face. You look so concentrated.
Is Amanda still on? I know she had a question that maybe somebody here. Yeah, Amanda. Go ahead and ask the question you asked me that since I don't have kids, I can't help you. Oh, she looks like she maybe fell asleep. Oh, okay. Okay.
Or the other option would be that she's frozen.
That's true. She wasn't moving.
That's funny. I posted on the team page. Okay, let me see. Anybody else have anything? Where did it go? How are you doing? Does anybody have an self? Do you not want to talk to me anymore? It's fine. Why can't I figure out where we're going? Friend Pink. Amanda, if you would just tell me.
I have a girl that I was talking to about the 21-day fix. And then today she's like, oh, yeah, and I have a couple friends that probably want to do it too. So I'm like, all right.
Nice. Ask her to be
I'm going to.
Yeah. Anybody that does that, I'm like, okay, girl, let's get your shakes paid for. Okay, so Amanda's question is, I have a girl that wants to do the 21-day fix, but says she doesn't have time to work out because of the kids. The mommies on the team, what do you say when you get something like this? I don't want to come off as one of those mommies that tells other mommies how to raise their kids. I know it rubs me the wrong way that people do that to me. Debbie? Trying to see who else. Debbie, what do you say to that? Did you hear what I just said? Basically, when a mom that says she doesn't have time to work out. Debbie, Samantha, Abby, Deanna. Okay, Deanna says nap time. If you have a show they watch where you can take 30 minutes. I mean, that's my biggest thing that I always go to is like, if depending on what age they are, well, do they have nap time? Because I mean, that would be perfect. Or, don't feel guilty about having to pop in a 30-minute workout or a 30-minute, let them play with the iPad for 30 minutes or pop in a show for 30 minutes so you can get your workout. Have your spouse, if they have that option, if their work schedule allows, like just ask them to make sure they don't die for 30 minutes. Like I'm pretty sure that could, be possible. wake up earlier, go to bed later, nap time. You know, honestly, probably like 90% of Beachbody coaches are moms. So like, just tell them like, girl, I know. And it takes a little bit. The kids don't go to bed till 1 a.m. Well, that's crazy. I would just tell her like, then have them watch a show for 30 minutes. It will not kill you. And just do it and just be like, I'm just going to give you a couple options. And I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I consulted with a couple other moms and these were their suggestions. But I will tell you that probably about 80% of our team, you know, our moms, and I literally just made that up. You can just say like most Beachbody coaches are moms, and they find that this is the most helpful thing to get your workout done because you don't have to drive to the gym. You don't have to worry about childcare, you know, things like that. Yeah, Diana says, I'm on here with my little one, make time. Yeah, color, iPad, TV, whichever. Yeah, just and I would just say like, hey, I talked to a couple of my girls that also have kids and find the way to do it. And these are a couple of suggestions that we had. You know, I just think it just kind of comes down to making it a point to, you know, make it a priority because they're going to watch at least 30 minutes of TV a day anyways, or iPad or whatever. So just make them do it all at one time so you can get it done. And Samantha says, my kids love to work out with me. The more that you do it, the more that they're going to be around, like they're going to be little imitators. And I know it depends on what the age is, but, you know, it's just, or just give them like, let them play in the room with you, give them some toys and do that. My sister does that a lot too. I knew I had a question. I think it was Abby about the 531 and I can't find it now. For the 531 on IG, do you follow everyone you reach out to or wait for them to follow you first? That's a good question. I just depends. If it doesn't look like they're a coach, and I feel like they'd be somebody that's really awesome, I do follow them. And then in the top right, there's 3 dots after you follow them, you can click on it and you can turn on post notifications. And so you get a little notification every time they make a post. So I write down everybody that I follow that for the week, and then I comment and like when I get a little post notification that they've posted something, and then at the end of the week or at the end of 2 weeks, I'm going to reach out to everybody that I followed and, you know, been like, oh my gosh, I love your post, like how the heck are you, things like that. And if it's like I end up getting them and they say no or don't do anything with it, then you can always unfollow them too. So I like to keep a list of it. Debbie says, I have 2 kids under 2 and sometimes I work out 3 times a day. I mean, and honestly, like my friend Brooke Sperling, who's one of Coach Kelly's coaches, when she first started and she had kids, so it was P90X, so that was a longer program too. It was like an hour. She would do like 15 minutes here and then 15 minutes later and then 15 minutes later until it was done. So it may have taken her all day and she may have been in her sweaty workout clothes all day, but she broke it up so that she could make it happen. Yeah, so people like, you know, everybody's kind of saying like, do it for a good example. Samantha's kids, my sister's kids, all do this. Like they want their own weights. They want their own workout. They want to be like mama. My son sits in his pack and play with some toys and loves to laugh at me jumping around being crazy, says Deanna. Yeah, so just kind of use some of those examples. You can copy everything from the chat into like a document and kind of use those testimonials too. So any other questions? Is everybody doing the 531 method on Instagram? Okay, if you're not, do it now. I try to do 10 people in the morning and 10 people at night. It's amazing. It is, yeah, gain 3 followers today. Awesome. It's so much easier to do that than trying to, okay, I need to do this and I need to go get my thing featured and and you can get quality target market people. So, because you pick the people that you talk to. But yeah, so just definitely do the 531 because before that Instagress was helpful, but this is just a whole new level because you are making this personal connection. Yeah, Abby's getting 2 Facebook friends every time she does it. And that was the hardest thing. A lot of people, when they first started Instagram, it's almost like people think, oh, if you don't have a ton of followers, do I want to follow you? And that's kind of like how it was a slow building. And then that I have a decent follower, I feel like it was easier. But when you're doing this method, it's easy because they know that you took the time and you cared to look at their post and give them a genuine compliment. Just make sure your questions, your 3 comments are always open-ended questions, not just like, good job, girl. Like, make them talk back to you. So that's all I had. Anything else from you guys? I would also, anytime you get new coaches, make sure you are just telling them, Emerald is not hard. You sign on your mom, you sign on your husband, boom, you're Emerald. And just keep talking to people. And don't be afraid to talk to every single person that wants a challenge group or a challenge pack about being a coach. I only signed on 1 coach out of the 10 that I sold because 3 were past coaches and I couldn't get it. But most of the time, people were like, yeah, let's do it. But I had 3 or 4 of them that were past coaches that quit and just want the program. But just don't be afraid to ask everybody because it's the same price to be a coach, because it's fine with building your team with discount coaches because it's just a numbers game. And sometimes people that are discount coaches, I signed on a girl, Chanel, that wanted to be a discount coach, and she just messaged me this week and she was like, hey, can we get on the phone? Because I want to work this business. I love the products. Molly says she's sending out a discount coach link now. Don't be afraid. There's nothing wrong with getting people on board by being discount coaches. So, all right, I am going to hop off because we have our Illuminate call at 8. Let me share that link with you here, because if you are taking the time to get on our call, even if you're not Emerald, I want to invite you to this because it shows that you're actively working the business. So I will share this in the chat with you now. There you go. And again, that's only usually available for Emerald coaches. So go ahead and click that link, and I will see you on the next call. And if you have any questions, post in the group, and make it an awesome December. Talk to you later, guys.